All right, guys, today I'm going to tell you how I got running water to my detached shop here so that I would have it available if I'm welding and I need to put out fire, or if I need to hose down the floors or rinse down some equipment. I've always liked having running water inside my shop space. This is the third time I've done something like this. But the goal is to have high flow running water when I need it, but be able to drain that line without having to go through the process of blowing water lines out and all that stuff. So because this is an unattached, uninsulated shop building, I can't run a frost-proof faucet through a wall to a heated space that's insulated like you would for an outside hose bib. So I had to run just plumbing out here. Plus those frost-proof faucets don't allow a ton of flow. I wanted a lot of flow. So I invested in a boiler drain. So it's a quarter turn ball valve. You don't have to worry about packing, loosening up. You don't have to worry about a rubber seal deteriorating over time. And it's a high flow. So it's a large inside diameter that allows for high flow. So let me show you how I did this. And hopefully it'll help you out a little bit. So inside my little manhole here, you can see that I have my water line coming from the meter through a ball valve, and it's shut off, and right now it's feeding a Y. This is an abandoned line that used to go to an old house. I have this Y that comes up. One side feeds the heated hose. The other side I can use for a garden hose. However, I got to reach 3 feet down on the ground to hook that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this 1-inch line right here. And what I'm going to install is this setup here. So right here, I'm going to tee into that 1-inch line right there behind that valve, after the valve. This valve I can turn on when I want water to come up into the garage. This valve will stay closed most of the time. However, when I'm done using the water, I can reach down in here with a tool that I'm going to make, and I can shut off the supply and open up this drain valve, and it lets everything from above it drain, so I don't have to worry about water freezing in the lines. So that's my next project. So as you can see, I have my main valve coming in that supplies water to the RV we have parked out here. It also goes to this valve, which is off right now because I just glued it. But when you open that, it comes up this pipe here, out the side of my barrel that's underground, and is buried over to the shop, goes up the wall and into my shop. So then when I'm not using it, in case there's threat of freezing, when I want to drain the water, I close this valve and I open this valve, and it lets everything from here out and up drain out and drain through this gravel. So the only part that has water all the time is this part at the very bottom. And I put a temperature monitor in this over this winter when it got to 10 below, and it never dropped below 40 degrees in this area with the lid on it. So I think the important thing is that it's 3 feet down in the ground and it has a lid to prevent cold air from coming in. So we're going to pressurize this here in about another hour and a half and see how it works. Well, there you have it. I now have high flow running water to my shop. I don't have to worry about it freezing because it drains in just a few seconds. The only thing I didn't get the camera on camera is making the tool. It's just a piece of PVC conduit that I cut a couple slots into so I can reach down in that access hole and turn those valves on and off, both the drain and the supply. So do me a favor, if this helped you guys out at all or gave you some ideas, give me a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel. It does help me out a lot. I'm a small channel, but I do plan on making quite a bit more content for you guys. Leave me a comment if you guys have ideas, critiques, criticism, whatever. If you guys have done something similar that works better, let me know. I do read all those and I try to reply as quickly as I can. Thank you guys for watching.